Continue to follow breaking news this morning in Sumter, where firefighters have been working all morning to try to put out this massive warehouse fire. Take a look at just how big this is. In the last 20 minutes, we found out that the person who was driving this truck is now in the hospital. We start today with the death of the world's best known evangelist, Reverend Billy Graham. Ma'am, do you know why you're being arrested?
No, I do not.
These DHEC reports highlight some shortcomings for some Midlands restaurants where you may take your family to eat. From roaches to employees with some dirty hands, it's all here in black and white. Right now, Richland County deputies say a 17-year-old girl was taken during a carjacking overnight.
Our News 19's Deon Guillory is outside to talk about everything going on this week. Deon.
Well, good morning to you, Midlands, and emergency officials just want to make sure that everyone has an emergency plan in place in case there's severe weather. We're following some breaking news. Parents, if you haven't already gotten this alert, listen up. High Hills Elementary School in Sumter is closed today. This is one of several tree branches that was thrown about this family's property after a tornado came through. We're following two big stories. Efren has an eye on our forecast as we head into the danger zone. I can kind of do that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey! Envelope, please. It's a little corny, but it's part of the process. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Deon Guillory. We start at noon with some breaking news that we're following. A car chase in Richland County ends with the suspect crashing into the front porch of a home. Take a look at this video just into our newsroom. Deputies say when they figured out the car was stolen, the driver sped off. The chase ended on Wilkes Road and Solomon Street in the Greenview area. Two people were found in the car that was stolen, and one of them was taken to the hospital. We'll continue to follow this breaking story and bring you new details on air and online. New details just into our newsroom about nearly a dozen brush fires in Fairfield County. Just in the last 20 minutes, investigators say the fires were likely caused by a car dragging an object in the road. They believe that object created sparks that started the fires. The fires happened along Highway 215 South and Highway 213 near Jenkinsville. More than 85 acres burned. Right now, Orangeburg County deputies are looking for a missing girl. Deputies say 14-year-old Jamela Hauser was last seen on Sunday walking away from home wearing a blue polo hoodie, khaki pants, and white foam sneakers. Deputies say she is known to frequent the St. Paul Apartments in Orangeburg, Seminole Street, and Metz Trailer Park off Whaley Street. Take a good look at this picture. If you've seen Jamela Hauser, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-888-CRIME-SC. The state Senate voted yes to bring back the electric chair. The proposal is to use the chair if the state does not have the drugs to carry out lethal injections. The state's execution drug expired back in 2013, and the state has been unable to get more of the drugs needed. Pharmaceutical companies won't sell the drugs over legal challenges and bad publicity. Lawmakers are also talking about making some major fixes to the State House. The plan includes upgrades to the elevator, air ducts, and the escalator. Now, that escalator is 43 years old, and the Department of Administration recommends replacing it entirely. Representative Russell Ott, who is on the State House committee, says the repairs are past due. The Department of Administration says there are more than $93 million worth of deferred maintenance needs for the state buildings that the department owns. Target saying it will now pay their employees more money. The company says it will increase its starting minimum wage to $12 an hour. It's part of the company's commitment to pay a minimum wage of $15 by 2020. The wage increase will take place in the next 6 months, starting with existing employees. Last year, Target raised its minimum wage to $11 an hour. Well, art came to life for one little girl when she met her idol. A 2-year-old in awe of the official portrait of Michelle Obama got to have a dance party with the former First Lady. Chip Reed is in Washington, where he spoke with young Parker Curry and her mother after he met Mrs. Obama.
The Queen.
And that is definitely a dance party Parker will never forget. Now she knows that she can live out her dreams. Well, still ahead, a late winter storm is heading toward the north, but here in the Midlands, we're looking at all sunshine. After the break, Efren Afante has our full forecast. A basketball goal and children's toys sit in front of this house on Blueberry Circle. A sticker on a truck with an assault rifle that reads, "I love my country, but fear my government." Hours earlier, it was a crime scene. Richmond County deputies say Tyler Wicks was shot and killed Monday night after threatening to shoot officers and refusing to drop an assault rifle. I knocked on the front door to see if anyone would talk to me.
Hi, I'm Deon Guillory, Channel 6. I wanted to see if I could talk to someone about the incident that happened last night.
I'll be more than happy to talk to y'all. Just right now, y'all need to kind of respect your privacy.
Okay.
The woman said she would give us an interview at a later time. I gave her my card, and then...
This is the father and the son. They had mental health issues that were not addressed by our local hospitals.
This is not the first time Tyler Hicks has had a run-in with the law. According to this incident report, last August, deputies were called to this house for a gun incident involving his family. In that incident, Wicks was also told by deputies to drop his gun. He didn't and was tased, arrested, spent time in jail, and sentenced to probation. He was also ordered to undergo drug counseling and take a firearm safety class. We are also learning more about the deputy who shot Wicks. Deputy Brian Mealing has been with the sheriff's office since 2009, assigned to the Road Patrol Division. The woman who answered the door wants us to know this about Wicks.
This wasn't just some crazy gangster kid.
This is one of several tree branches that was thrown about this family's property after a tornado came through and snapped this tree in half, this massive tree. It almost hit this house, but it did hit the back of a truck, causing major damage to the back of that truck. Now, over here is where one of the family members was staying in this trailer. He said he was in there the entire time the tornado came through, and now he explains what he heard.
Just hold it there for, about 2 or 3 minutes.
Richard Hare is describing the moments a tornado ripped through his yard.
After a while, I see the front door and my trailer started vibrating going on. I thought they were going to pull the door out.
His trailer stayed intact. His son's truck damaged. His brother's house is untouched by the tree, but a blue tarp covers the part of the roof taken off by the wind.
It is a significant tornado.
Michael Kalski with the National Weather Service says it was an EF2 tornado with 120-mile-an-hour winds that touched down. He says it went southwest to northeast, leaving a trail of damage from Saluda County to Newberry. No one was hurt. County Emergency Management Director Tommy Long says this is almost the exact path by a previous tornado.
We're thankful for the technology we got now with the smartphones and weather radios and things of that nature. And we have sirens in our county that alert the citizens, so I think that's what saved some lives yesterday.
The cleanup is just starting, and as his neighbors get things back to normal, Hare is counting his blessings.
I would just clean up and keep on living.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
I can't worry about nothing like that.
Yeah.
Because that's something girl work.
The guards are off, and the cleaners are out. Then comes a few pumps with the foot to lift the chair. It's time to get cutting. Behind the clippers is Gladys Kelly, a retired Army sergeant.
As a woman doing it, do you ever see some pushback from it?
Well, sometimes there's a slight hesitation, but then it kind of balances itself out, because for as many people that may slightly hesitate, there's just as many that doesn't.
Kelly didn't hesitate to bring her love of locks here to the Your Professional Image School of Barbering in Columbia. She is one of 15 current students, most of them veterans with some serving in combat.
So
yeah, I know he had a lot of problems doing barber shops with that kind of
Making sure there are no split ends is Tony Taylor, a barber with more than 20 years experience.
And as I opened up a shop and I decided, it's got to be something greater than this, maybe finding something else to do on another level. Then it came to me, to teach.
He opened up this school a few years ago. Then last year, he wanted to take it to the next level.
I found out that the VA was offering what they call the post 9/11 and GI Montgomery bills, where they help veterans get into barber school. So that's what kind of brought me into the program itself.
That program helps veterans use their GI benefits for college classes or on-the-job training. It's training for the veterans here, some of them with PTSD. The Department of Veterans Affairs says people with PTSD have feelings of hopelessness, depression, or employment problems. Taylor says the school's family atmosphere helps to keep those things from happening.
That you have to have a high multitude of patience and focus. And a lot of the combat veterans, they've been in the field. They understand what focus and patience is.
And those skills are helping Kelly get a cut above in her next career.
I like to actually own a strip mall and have different businesses within the strip mall. And one of those businesses, of course, would be a barber shop.
This school changing her life and others, one cut at a time.